The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by memories that refuse to die. I can't get away from a vision that brings intimate glimpses of intimate things. A voice in my heart like a tart singer sings. I wonder who's kissing her now. The house is haunted by the echo of your favorite song. The place is cluttered up with roses that have lived too long, much too long. The ceiling is white, but the shadows are black. A ghost in my heart says she'll never come back. The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye.
So I'm in your girlfriend's head? That's weird.
The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by memories that refuse to die. I can't get away from a vision that brings intimate glimpses of intimate things. A voice in my heart like a tart singer sings. I wonder who's kissing her now. The house is haunted by the echo of your favorite song. The place is cluttered up with roses that have lived too long, much too long. But the shadows are black, in my heart.
Good evening and welcome to the Haunt Hour with your host Dan Doble, Susie Fleesick, and Troy Crivello. Join us tonight as we talk about all things haunting and Halloween during the Haunt Hour.
Sexy for my love, too sexy for my love.
Sorry. Are we?
I'm turned it off. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we're not doing TikToks?
No, and it's actually not. Yeah, you might want to turn that off because.
Oh my God! Whoa. Okay. All right. So we're not doing TikToks. Okay.
No, and you're not FaceTiming with Dan. I don't know what you guys do in your off time, but we're actually live right now. So
well, it was a TikTok that then was going to go to my OnlyFans.
I was gonna say we're not doing OnlyFans either.
Not even a minute in, and we're already on the OnlyFans.
Already. Yeah. So
Dan is updating his OnlyFans, and since he still uses GeoCities, for all of you who are old and know about GeoCities, that's where his OnlyFans is. So he has to type in the little codes and the little, the little alligators and HTML code. So he'll be in a little bit, probably, maybe, I don't know, or else, maybe we'll just kick him off the show. But so tonight we have myself, who is Team Rudd, and we have the weather gal. Oh, she's over
I don't know why I'm still the weather. You have to change that. That was from last week. I don't even know what I am this week.
Do we have to change it?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Our guest tonight is actually in PA too, correct? So we could probably take a good 20 minutes to talk about the Pennsylvania weather, if that's cool. Do we have a segment? Can we do a segment on the weather and how the Pennsylvania weather is crazy for?
Well, now I called you the coffee gal, so now it doesn't make sense.
Oh, well, how do you do that so fast?
Because I do everything fast.
I didn't even say, I have to put my glasses. Hang on.
Oh yeah, get your glasses on.
I got to put my glasses.
They're right next to your Ovaltine. You didn't.
And my Metamucil.
Did you soak your dentures in the Ovaltine this time? Because we talked about that.
When we get off, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to do it. But I don't like to go without my.
It's not us.
I know what's getting off right now is our chat. Holy shit! Somebody's getting off in the chat. It's blowing up right now.
I know. There's a little. Oh, you have a fan. Maximus is here. He's saying hello.
Stop. Okay, Maximus, you have to wait because you're like. We have to cut to news because my news is I get to meet Max on Tuesday.
Oh, you do. You do get to meet Max on Tuesday.
I do. On Tuesday, it was going to be Friday, and then there was just
Now, why do you get
the funny thing is, my manager, who is also my husband.
Wow, keeping it in the family.
Well, the funny thing is, I haven't even spoken or chatted with Maximus at all about this. It's all been through my agent, my manager. I'm sorry, my agent, my manager. It's the same thing. It's the same. Troy Fleesick, my husband, not Troy Crivolone. And so anyway, I get to meet Max on Tuesday. I don't want to say why. I just get to meet him. That's all that matters. I don't want to say why. Max knows why, don't you, Max?
I'm sorry,
I'm going to get him in trouble now with his girlfriend. Listen, it's a meeting of the haunts. No, it's something to do with the haunt industry. But I'm excited because, in particular, neither you nor Dan has met me in person yet. I don't know if everybody realizes that we've never met in person. So Max and I have to get a photo together. And it's just going to be fun to be meeting him in person before I get to meet you guys.
I agree.
I'm excited.
And girlfriend is.
Oh, no, she's not. Stop. Really? Can I meet her? I swear to God. I'm this big. So trust me, if she meets me Tuesday, she's going to be like.
So if there's a leaf blowing by,
I'm riding on it.
He'll just completely miss seeing you. He'll just
literally.
Was that her?
I could get stepped on.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, so there's nothing to worry about here. I'm not.
Okay.
Brett, I think you're lying.
So you can't say why you're going to the haunt?
I don't know. Maybe Maximus can. I don't know.
Max, you need to give us the thumbs up if we can talk about why she's going there.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was she was
I'm kind of but why is she so excited to see you?
I feel like we need. I feel this needs to be a I think we need to have one of those documentary things, following you on your journey to see Max,
absolutely,
and then meet the girlfriend, and then when she beats you down, it'll be great TV. It'll be awesome.
It'll be great. It'll be pay-per-view.
Okay. So Max did give us a thumbs up, so you can say why you're going there.
Oh, okay. Well, Dent Schoolhouse, who Max works for. Is selling off some props, and Maximus was so kind as to message us and say, hey, here's what we have if you guys are interested. I love that, love that, because I'm never on the Facebook groups where people post things. There you go. And I'm never on there in time to get the good stuff. I'm just not. And so I'm very, very grateful that he reached out to us to see what we wanted. So that's fun. and we got a couple things, and we're making a trek, which is like a 5-hour drive for us to go out there. But as you know, I am quitting my job on Thursday, so I'm going to be free.
To
Yeah,
be a coffee gal.
I'm
Right.
quitting my job doing nails for the past 25 years. Thursday's my last day, and I'm going to open up a coffee shop, and of course, do haunt stuff, which is all year.
Right.
But anyway, so that frees up my schedule, and I'm able to go to Dent on Tuesday. So woohoo! I'm
So it'll be
excited.
2 schools meeting each other because that's the Dent schoolhouse and you're the Crawford School of
Yes,
Terror.
yes.
So
yes.
yours actually says terror, where Dent Schoolhouse is like, I mean, it could
It's
be
just
like
that-
reading and writing and just, happy-go-lucky times, where
Do
yours
whatever.
is like,
Yeah.
fuck, it's terror. Like we're
Mine
laying
is so- well,
into you.
if we would have named it like Dent, because Dent is the original name, the Dent Schoolhouse, I
Right.
believe. And ours is the Crawford School. It actually says on the building Crawford School,
Right.
and I'm not. There's so many Crawford things in my town
Right.
that I don't think it would evoke the terror that it needs to
Right.
evoke.
I mean, because you
So-
own the town now, because you have Crawford axe throwing, you have Crawford coffee, and then you've got Crawford School of Terror, you've got Crawford paint jelly ball.
That's soon, Crawford
Yeah,
Jelly Ball.
So you've
And
got
then we've got Crawford Axe Throwing and Escape Crawford.
so you already have an employee now. So Carly wants to know if you need any workers.
Yeah.
Her job sucks.
There you go. Absolutely.
She's gonna drive
Relocate.
5 hours to
Oh
go
my
sling
God.
coffee for you.
She might. Hey, I mean, bring Max. Maybe
Bring Max.
we can have
Max
a
can
job
stand
for
out
him.
front with one of those spinny signs.
Right. Oh my God.
Oh.
So yeah. So I love
Good thing we
So
don't have
I'm,
Dan
I'm
here.
slinging coffee. Yeah, I don't know what Dan. I don't know what
Yeah,
he's
Dan
doing.
would ruin this. We're having fun.
He would.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't pop on in the middle of the show.
I don't think he will.
Okay, good.
I think he sees the ratings have gone up, and and we didn't
With
have to
his
slap each
absence.
other, so we're on a roll. This is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When we redo that opening, because we've been meaning to redo that opening, just
Yeah.
leave him out of it.
Oh, just leave
put
him
him
out
in
of it. So it's just me doing my cool stuff, Elmo, and nobody else, and just a blank thing when Dan comes up.
No, it's me with no face.
That's gonna be weird. So you're gonna paint your face green, and then okay, all right.
No,
Yes.
the one I already gave you.
Oh, right, that one's terrible.
Yeah, just use that.
Yes. So we are currently working on a new opening, and I had it ready to go, but 2 people on this chat did not. Well, not
Emma.
Eric, because Eric didn't do it, but Dan
Yes.
and Susie
So me,
have yet
for
to
sure.
step in front of the green screen and film me
Yes.
something. I even sent her a green screen to do this,
He did.
and yet
He did. He
still
Amazoned me
nothing.
a green screen, and I have not used it.
And
It's
now
still in the
you don't
packet.
have a job as of Thursday, so now you don't even have an
No, I
excuse.
do. I have nothing. I
Yeah.
know. I'll do it. I
Um,
promise you. Okay, what's your news?
My news is that and it's a little more of informational than it is news, but for the next, basically for May, June, and July, we have 3 conventions coming up that are geared towards the home haunter and the more small budget haunts. Transworld's for the big guys, and
yeah.
small people too. I mean, there's Transworld has evolved from just being just for the pros to being for everybody, but the prices are a little higher and stuff like that. And so the next 3 months we'll have home haunter conventions, basically. And so I was just going to quickly run down what they are. You've got in May, it's the middle of May, May 13th through the 15th is the West Coast Halloween convention. And it is in Portland, Oregon. I'll keep my mouth shut. You can get a 3-day pass for $99, a single day pass for $45. The deluxe pass is $235, and that's a 3-day pass, the costume ball, the haunt tour, the t-shirt, and breakfast, which is a cool. Each one of these offers a little different things for their deluxe package, which is pretty cool. The classes are included in all these, minus obviously the fee-based classes. And they do have a haunt tour at Fear PDX. And they do have a costume ball, and the costume ball is actually pretty good. Almost everybody dresses up for this costume ball, and that's one of my favorite parts about this convention. They do have a trade show only pass, so if you're just in town, they have a Halloween marketplace that is $10 for the day to get in and just do the marketplace, because it's separate from the hotel. So
Cool.
like the classes are in the hotel and the convention hall is across the little driveway. So right now they don't have a lot of vendors. They only have 14 so far, but they do have a bunch of their classes up. So you can look at the different types of that. They've got about 15 hours of regular seminars that are run the gamut from makeup to owners and all different kinds of things. And then right now they actually have 13 hours of like make and take or fee-based classes where you're going to get something for your money, not just information. And that is one of the things that West Coast probably does more than the others is the make and takes. There are, as of right now, there are almost as many make and takes as there are regular classes. So, and they have makeup demos as well. They have hotel rooms at the DoubleTree, and they rent out the entire 13th floor of that hotel. And you can get a room on there. And they range from 145 to 195. And you can decorate the room on the 13th floor, and people come in and out of your room and serve drinks and, just have a good old party time.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So that part is fun. After that, the very end, it's actually June 10th through the 12th is one that pretty much everybody knows about, but it's a Midwest Haunters Convention, and that is in Rosemont, which is just outside of Chicago, or it's west of Chicago, but it's really still in Chicago. It's right next to the O'Hare Airport, so it's not very far away from anything. You can almost, as far as I know, if you really want to walk, you could walk from the terminal to the hotels. But I believe they do have a shuttle too. So their weekend package is $405 because their early bird thing just ended yesterday. So that gets you the trade show floor, the Saturday night party, and all 50-minute seminars and 2 early bird seminars. So they have some longer seminars you have to pay for. You can get your basic weekend for $55, which is just the trade show and 2 early birds. And then you have daily access, which is $40 or $35. They do have a Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, I think it is. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I'll have to look it up. But it's their pre-show tour, and it's all day. It's $390, and you get to go to Massacre Haunted House, Basement of the Dead, Evil Intentions, and Disturbia. And I've been to all 4 of those haunts in October, and they are badass. That sounds
amazing. Yeah.
They're badass.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Evil Intentions is my favorite, and I don't like saying that very much, but I just love the fact that their theme starts from the moment you step out of your car all the way to the end. It never deviates from the theme. The atmosphere, it's in a 100 or 200-year-old coffin factory and stuff like that. So I mean,
that's awesome.
It's super, and it's multi-level. It's really great the way they do it. But with all of these haunted houses, it kind of goes along with what I've seen in a lot of haunts that I've been traveling to, is you can see how much they enjoy doing it, the pride in these haunts. So if you have the chance to go on that tour, that is also where the Bus 2 Tater tour is. Tater Lynn from Froggies takes over the Bus 2, and it's quite the crazy time. They also do have a Saturday night haunt tour, which is $105, and that's going to the 13th floor, which is like minutes away, so it's a really short little hop. They do have a costume ball. They normally have 3 to 4 classes an hour for about 5 hours a day. They don't do a lot of make and takes at this one. I think they have a couple, but as if that comes up, I will update the post. All of this will be on the Haunt Collective Facebook page as well later on tonight. They don't have a vendor count up yet. Last year they had 52, but it was a COVID weird year in Milwaukee and whatever. So they'll have more. Hotels, 124 to 164. And then after that is Texas Haunters Convention, and that's July 15th through the 17th in Mesquite, which is east of Dallas. Not very far away. You do need to take an Uber there, though. They do not have a shuttle that goes to that hotel. It is a little bit further away. But that will probably change in the future, but I'll let them, talk about that. I know they want to move, but the VIP this year is $120, and that includes the show floor, all the classes, which are led by paid instructors this year, the costume ball, a t-shirt, meet and greet on Friday night with food, and a VIP swag bag.
Dang, that's cheap.
Yep. And all kinds of cool stuff you get with it. If you want to just do the show floor only, that's $25 for the whole weekend, or $20 for Saturday and $10 for Sunday. So it's stupid not to just buy the $25. Kids 2 to 12 are $10 and $6, or $10 for the weekend or $6 daily. Under 2, so Susie, you can go for free.
No, it's not under 2 feet. It's under 2
not under 2 feet. Sorry.
No, it doesn't apply. I tried.
They have not. They will have a costume ball, and they also will have Rocky Horror during the costume ball. Yeah. So last year they had a live band. This year they're doing a little different stuff. They like to mix it up. The Haunt Tour has not been announced yet. So once that is, I will update that as well. So far they have 79 vendors.
Nice.
So last year they sold out. They had to expand their space. They had to take out they had a bunch of tables and the stage in there. They took all that out and they have expanded, and they're selling like crazy. So they do have booths is still available, but the table spaces that they have like tables that are not full on booths, those are on wait list. They just told me today they have 18 hours of education. Most of it is regular education, and they do have a couple of make and takes set up right now, but more will come up. And they do have hotels still at $108 per night, and it is attached directly to the convention center. It's all one
now I see why you are moving. Everything is cheaper, even the hotels. $108.
Out of all three of these, Texas would be the cheapest to go to. For flights, it depends obviously where you're going to, but the cool thing about MHC and Dallas is they're both hub cities, so you get cheaper flights. A lot more times you do get direct flights, non-stops. So it is cheaper to fly to those. Portland is sort of a hub for some airlines, but not very many. A lot of times you'll have to go to Seattle and then come down here, or pay more just to come here direct. So it depends, but Texas, yes, out of the three, Texas is the cheapest. And everybody has their opinions. Everybody loves MHC. Everybody who goes to these loves them. So
I don't think I've never heard an opinion of yours.
No, I don't have an opinion on any of this stuff. I leave it all to you guys to decide for yourselves. Go to Texas.
For sure.
And, so, I mean, because I'm vending in Texas, so I have to say go to Texas and give me your money.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you vending in Texas?
I am vending the brand new Texas Terror Tours, which once I figure out pricing, which I just got most of it tonight, that we'll talk about that maybe next week.
Nice.
But yes, we are opening a Texas Terror Tours in early October. That'll be at 4 different haunts in Dallas, Texas. So those have been announced, but I'll just save all that for next time.
Okay.
They're big haunts. Yeah.
I'm sure.
So I guess, since Dan's not here and we'll just, power through this.
Even if he was, we wouldn't give a shit about his news. So go ahead. We'll just move on to the guest.
You're right. So I think we're going to bring in Mr. Eric Rudd. Hey. Oh, he's muted.
You might want to unmute him.
He has to unmute himself.
Oh, there we go. Hola.
Hey.
Hey.
So,
can I do your fur?
Eric, well, I called you Ed for a minute because there's Ed's. There's Ed's. There's a thing on my screen that says Ed.
Jesus Christ.
I know it's a train wreck. Let's just go home. Actually, you know what? Because see, it's his fault. See, it says Ed Wetzel.
Oh, it's Ed's fault. Sorry.
It's Ed's fault. It's always Ed's
fault.
So we would like
you. Damn you, Amichetti.
What did you say?
Can you hear us?
I was saying, damn you, Amichetti. That's what we used to call him at the haunt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So we would like to know your history. Where did you, what got you into Halloween? What was like your first experience with Halloween or haunting? And just kind of give us kind of your backstory, kind of from beginning to now, like every day up till now. We can just start with that. So day one.
Well, the beginning. Wow, right? You guys are going deep. Yeah. How long do you guys have? No.
Troy's going deep.
Essentially, for Halloween in general, like the holidays, it started off with my grandmother, my mom's mom, who essentially she was big into Halloween too, and I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, so it kind of just leached into me, I guess. And from then on, it just exploded. So every Halloween season, my grandmother would go out shopping. I used to have the Jemmy bride and groom skeletons that would talk and dance at each other. The Bad to the Bone Jemmy skeleton that used to stand. They were like 4 or 5 feet tall.
Right.
Had the talking pumpkins, had all sorts of wild stuff. I still have some of the stuff that I had when I was younger, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So since then, really, it's just constantly kept going and going and going. And then I learned that haunted houses were a thing.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, what the fuck is a haunted house? And so I went to, I don't even know my dates really. Legends of the Fog in Aberdeen, Maryland, or Churchville, if you want to be specific, I believe. That was like later in the 2000s. I don't really remember exactly because I started my first year in 2011 or 2010, I believe,
Okay.
at Legends of the Fog. So it was funny. I went, and my dad and I went, and I was scared shitless to do anything. So we just did the corn walk and yeah, chickened out in the truck. So we go back the next year.
Right.
We go back the next year, and I'm like, you know what, let's do it all. So we did it all. And after that, I'm like, how do I do this? How can I work at a place like this? This is cool. Like, I grew up around this stuff, and now I can be something that I thought was scary. So one thing led to another, and I signed up for Legends of the Fog. So that's where I got my start.
Okay.
And I hope I'm not going too off the rails here because there's a lot to unpack.
That's kind of what we're trying to do this year. Is we're really trying to dive into like how you got started, how you got the bug to do all this, and then your progression to where you are now. So what did you mainly do at Legends of the Fog? Like what was your first like gig there? Please tell me you weren't sweeping floors.
My first, no, I was no, I was a scarecrow actually.
Oh, okay.
I was a scarecrow in the what used to be called the Carson's Manor back in the day at Legends of the Fog, and that was right before the Pumpkin King. So there was like a horde of scarecrows that would come out of the corn, and then you would go into a big atrium that had a guy up on top that had a big pumpkin suit on, and he was the Pumpkin King. He controlled all the scarecrows. He controlled the cornfield. He controlled, he was the gatekeeper for the whole cornfield. From then, I got moved to the Haunted Hayride, also as a scarecrow, which, oh man, Haunted Hayrides are so fun. I love working those. It's different, totally different experience.
I wish we had those here.
Yeah, they're a blast. I would love to do a Haunted Hayride again. There's just something so classic about, you smell the diesel coming down the track, and you just kind of see all these people just come towards you in a very just classic, fun Halloween manner, and a nice bed of hay. It's just fun. I love it. Then you get up on the wagon, you smell all the straw and hay and all that. Yeah, anyway. So from Legends, a bunch of stuff happened, and I had to move up to Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So came to Pennsylvania, and I found out about a haunt called the Haunted Mill Scream Park. At the time, it was called the Haunted Mill Scream Park. I worked there for a couple of years, and then the previous owner, Tim, he had passed away. When Tim passed away, we ran for one more year, and then the next year, the property went up for auction. And the lovely lady, the eccentric, electric fireball of energy, Kim Yates, showed up to this auction.
Right.
And ultimately, she won. She bought the property. She bought all the haunts. 60-something odd acres of property that she has. It's a very large property. Which then it got turned into Kim's Krypt Haunted Mill. They still kept the Haunted Mill, but they, just said Kim's Krypt Haunted Mill instead of Haunted Mill Scream Park. I worked there for a couple of years, and then I took a little break. I went to Field of Screams in Lancaster, Pennsylvania in 2018. Just kind of shuffle it up a little bit and see what different haunts we're up to.
Right.
And that was a blast. Field of Screams, very detailed haunt.
Right.
I appreciate all their efforts. They are they're good. So after that, I went back to Kim's Krypt Haunted Mill to then sit in front of you now and say, hey, I'm still here at Kim's Krypt Haunted Mill. So it's been a ride. I started off, I made my own mask when I was when I was in the Scarecrow skit. I bought a vinyl mask from Walmart, and I hot glued a bunch of burlap all over it and a piece of corn husk. And that was the first mask I ever made. So it's just one of those little things. It's talking about progression. It's just fun to look back and think about all the things that got you started in this industry.
Right. So speaking of masks, because I'm looking through your Facebook pictures, because that's what I do while I'm on here looking for pictures.
Don't worry, he's gonna pull something up that you're
oh hell, don't dig too deep.
Yo, don't he's already gone there.
My fingers hurt right now from all
Ew.
the, from
What?
What are you talking about? I mean, not that
Fingers.
kind of fingers.
Why are
I
your
mean,
fingers
It was
involved?
it was free to stay silent, Troy.
No, it's not. But
Oh yeah, Hogmaw, how are you, buddy?
So when's this from? How old is this?
That's only a couple years old.
Yeah.
So what we do at the Haunted Mill is we sometimes host birthday parties, and that's a photo from a birthday party.
Oh. That's
what all my birthday party pictures look like.
because Kim can't sit still, right? Like she cannot not be doing something that's Halloween related, right?
If Kim sat still, I'm pretty sure you would get that smell of like burnt oil because like everything internally is going, but she can't move.
Right. Yeah. That's what I kind of.
She'll slip a gear and stall out.
Right. Well, because
I love that photo though, because I always called that photo my Picasso painting or my Renaissance painting.
It's very good. And you have everybody except for this guy in the back who's laughing at all of his friends being, terrified by you or attacked.
It's just a wild array of emotion. Right. You have every emotion in one photo.
Pretty much. You got chivalry, double chivalry, which somebody's getting a text later. Why did you touch my girlfriend that way?
Right.
This kid's about ready to karate chop you or something. She's like, oh my God, his hair is wet. Yeah. Kids who go to haunted houses are the greatest.
That was a hot day.
Right. But I noticed that you make a lot of masks. I mean, your page is full of masks.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you take other masks and modify them, or I mean, how did you get started making masks other than the burlap? Because I know you talked about the burlap one, but how did you get more into making your own mask, and what was that process like?
It was just me, quite frankly, just fucking around with latex and tissues.
Right.
And I just started building things, and then I started dabbling into clay, and I was doing sort of like hard sculptures and then dabbling latex over top of the clay to, just kind of form a basic face and paint that. Then it went on to sculpting and then molding and, doing the more detailed stuff. But to answer part of that other question too is, I do take other masks. Like if somebody's selling a blank or somebody's selling a damaged copy or a mask that needs repaired, I'll buy that mask off of them and fix it and make it my own.
Right. Yeah,
and it's fun because that jaw that I was just holding in that photo, that is I molded a real human jaw. So when I would make the masks, the jaw itself would be resin, but it came off of a mold of a real human jaw.
Oh, wow.
Do you make these masks? Are these your own characters, or do you make them for other actors?
I kind of make them for myself just to say I can make them, but I usually sell them off, or I'll go to conventions and vend them, or sell them online, like we were kind of getting at right there.
Right.
My good old flesh muzzle.
Little candy corn teeth.
Man, you're digging up all these photos, and I'm like, man.
It happens. It happens every time. I couldn't. You have a lot of pictures on your page, and I haven't gotten to your childhood pictures yet because normally I try to grab a childhood picture if somebody has it on their Facebook, and they're like, "Where did you get that from?" And I was like, "It's on your Facebook. I got it from your Facebook."
Be careful. Troy's one of those people that is going to figure out like your childhood pet and like your mother's maiden name and all of your passwords, and pretty soon you have nothing because Troy has hacked into everything just strictly from your Facebook alone.
Well, and then I sold it to the Prince guy who's going to ask you for a money order later.
Yes, exactly. Eric, what is the name of your
Sweet.
mask? Like, what do you bend under?
Right now,
Yes,
unfortunately, my shop is under a short hiatus. I hope a short hiatus. I'm trying to get my life situated a little bit better. But I was under Asylum Antics FX. Yeah.
Okay.
I was under Asylum Antics FX, and I just figured it was time to take a little bit of a break there for a minute.
I hear you.
Just because,
Okay, so
But
other than the
hopefully
mask,
yes.
I think there's a little delay. Other than the mask, did I read that you are a collector of vintage Halloween? That excites me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear more about that.
It's a problem.
That's fine. I want to hear about your problem.
Oh, you want to be here? You want to be here all night? You want to be here all night? Okay.
I saw a couple things though whenever Troy was going over
All right, let's.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of some things. Yep.
So I will start with. I wonder if I can turn the camera around. I wonder if I can do that. Here, let's try this for a second. Camera. Back camera. Did that switch over?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. All right, let me clean the camera off because, yeah. So these are like my blow molds and stuff that I have. Some of them. I was showing Troy this in the little preview thing.
Yeah.
This is a lamp made out of X-rays.
Oh, that's cool.
Lampshade made of X-rays. And this here is a real human skull that I turned into a lamp.
Oh my God.
That's what I said.
So anyway, to the vintage Halloween stuff.
That's super vintage because it's real.
So I've got all sorts of stuff.
Love it.
Yes, whole house.
My oldest pieces is this witch right here and these 4 pumpkins. That witch and those pumpkins are from like the 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I have one thing that's older. I have something from the 1910s. I'm sorry.
And so how do you...
But
I've
got stuff
do you just
scattered all about.
Do you just go to like garage sales and flea markets and conventions and stuff like that to find this stuff, or do people send this stuff to? Oh, good God!
Oh wow!
Well, you like that?
Yeah.
Love it.
I get a lot of my stuff from antique stores. A lot of my stuff I acquired from a store that's local to me in York called the Dark Parlor.
Oh.
They sell like antiques, obviously, medical antiques, Halloween, bones, skulls, all sorts of wacky stuff. If you can find it, if they have it, Here's this is my medical section of stuff that I have.
Oh yeah.
And here's random stuff. Here's a toad that's hard to see, but he's got boxing gloves on. I call him Rocky Baltoda.
Rocky Baltoda.
And there's more vintage Halloween down there. But I gotta give a plug to my boy Blake Phillips at Toxic FX.
Oh, Blake,
look at these beauties.
Gorgeous.
I had dinner.
Look at them beauties, man.
I had dinner with him at Transworld. He is a fantastic guy. Very creative man.
This is one of my personal babies right here.
Oh, I like that. I like all that old stuff,
That's
I like
one of my
how it
personal
comes
babies.
back, but I like that they're leaving it as vintage as they can. Like they're not trying to mess with it,
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. I got the ceramics, the Byron ceramic molds.
Oh, yeah. It's always Halloween at Eric.
But there's even more I have. I'm like that Ministry song, dude.
Yeah.
Every day is Halloween.
Right. That's right.
So,
let's go to the
congrats, you got a tour of my Halloween stuff.
right. So for people that didn't get to see, maybe it was a little dark. That is the frog with the boxing gloves. Yeah.
Ah. Rocky Baltoda, baby. Rocky Baltoda.
That's so cool.
I saw you have some costume. Like, are the costumes in those boxes that you had on the walls?
Yes, they are
They're
actually. Yeah.
in there. Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can actually. I know I can get to the witch.
Oh, these ones. That's nice.
Yep. See it back there. Wait. Oh shit! It's turned around. My bad. Hold on. There we go.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
There's a costume back there, still in one piece.
I love it.
The Casper one, it's kind of coming apart, but it's in there.
Mhm.
Oh, nice. The
Sweet.
like vinyl tablecloth, pretty much.
Listen, you haven't lived until you actually had to wear one of those, and I
Right.
did.
Oh yes, you look.
Yeah, back
I
in my
loved
day, I wore those. I mean, yeah.
And if you look at it wrong, it tears.
Well, I had an ET one, and I ripped the crutch of it, and my dad thought it would be a good idea to tape it with duct tape.
Oh yeah,
So,
duct tape. Oh
So I had
yeah.
a silver crotch, and I was the only one. There were several, and I was the only ET with a silver crotch. So if you saw me walking, you didn't have to worry about me pulling my mask up because everybody knew it was me because I had a silver crotch. And I have no idea how I ripped the crotch, but I did, unfortunately. But everybody was ET that year. Whatever your ET came out, that was.
Oh
that was
yeah.
and we
Different
were all
strokes, I
ET.
guess.
But I especially love, yeah, I especially love your vintage stuff. My dad was born in the 20s. I'm like, he was old when I was born, and he's deceased now. But my dad had so much vintage Halloween stuff that like disappeared. I have a big family. There's 10 kids, so you know, when somebody dies, things just go missing. And the only thing I wanted, he had this cardboard. I don't even know the name. I don't even know the brand. I think it was before Hallmark was even Hallmark. The cardboard. Yeah, you know, like the cardboard, stuff that you'd put on the wall, like the cardboard decorations.
Oh yeah.
And he had this haunted house that I wanted, and I made it known to my family that I wanted this haunt. It was so cool. The little windows open. I want to say it was probably from the 30s because my dad started collecting. That's why I love Halloween, because my dad was like really into
Was it one
And
that like?
he started.
Was it one that opened up? Like, did it fold out and open?
No, it was flat. You put it on your wall, and there was like a fence. The crazy thing is, every once in a while, I'll get on eBay and like see if I can find it, because like I haven't seen it since I was young, and I don't.
You mean
I feel like I'll know it when I see it, but I've seen several on eBay. I just can't find.
was it any of these?
That one? No, it's not 3D. It's
Oh,
just
it's not
flat.
3D.
But the little windows, I think, opened. I don't know. It's
Yeah, these are like the paper craft ones.
Yeah. It's got to be from the 30s or 40s. I'm gonna say, because my dad was one of the youngest in his family, so he had a lot of things from like his siblings. I mean, he had a cigar box full of baseball cards from the early 1900s that somebody stole. So that's fun. I don't know. I feel like I have to see him closer, but yeah, something like that. But I love seeing that vintage stuff because it just puts me back. My dad always decorated with stuff like that. So when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, that's how we decorated, because that's all there was. Oh my God!
There's a major delay. Hold on, something's going on.
This one right here.
The one on the far right. I don't know, or maybe that next one down. See, I gotta like look at it.
That one has all the ghosts, but this one has a bunch of pumpkins in the windows and stuff.
It's that one. I think that crow looks familiar on the top. Whatever that is, that vulture.
The buzzard, yeah, the vulture, yeah.
What is that? What's the brand? Does it say a brand?
No, let's see. Well, it's got a Pinterest here. This says, yeah, this says 60s though. Just says it's a die cut wall decoration.
Freaking amazing.
Yeah.
That looks like Eureka.
Yeah.
Eureka? Okay.
It looks like Eureka.
That might be it. I don't know. I'd have to like send it to my family and be like, "Is this it?" Somebody has it. One of my family members.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But love it. Love all that
So,
stuff.
besides collecting awesome stuff and making masks, what do you currently do at Kim's Krypt? At the Haunted Mill. What's your current title there, and what do you do there now?
I don't really have a title. I mainly go under actor, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I just kind of do general help. I'll do some painting, distressing. I'll hurry up and do distress costumes on the whim if they're too clean, because I hate seeing clean costumes. Yes. Those photos are... I decorate my scene special for Halloween every year.
I like that.
So, all that detailing, all that paintwork, all the set dressing, distressing, that's all me.
So she just lets you just have a room, and and you get to do whatever you want with it, obviously within her theme or whatever.
That building there, actually, the property that my attraction is on, the Terror Trail, it used to be a campground way back in the day.
Okay.
So the building that I'm in is a huge building. It's got it's got 5 rooms and a hallway. One building alone.
Oh, wow.
And it's all me.
The whole building is
So
you?
the first room you go into is like reception.
Okay.
Huh?
So the whole building is your playground.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
So the first room you'll walk into, which is the one that you have on the screen right now, that is like the reception area. I kind of took a note out of somebody's book and made a suicide doctor prop, which you can see there's a doctor there with his head blown off in the back.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Then the next room is like sort of like the waiting room, I guess. Or like I don't really know how to describe it. Then the next room is surgery. The next room is the morgue, and the next room is the crematorium. So it kind of flows.
Okay.
But these photos in specific are just from the Halloween weekend that we had.
Right.
So I've redecorated everything to look like Halloween. Oh, and there's me with spooky kisses.
Because normally in this show we show a lot of videos, but pro haunts don't generally like to show videos of their stuff. And so that's why we're not showing as many videos tonight as we normally do.
Yeah.
But we at least got to have found this little documentary thing that you can watch on your own as well. It's Spooky Kisses is the name of the YouTube page, and it was posted just a couple months ago. So so we can see a little bit of what the place looks like. So when you're distressing walls, what's like your go-to, like what's some advice to to give people if they were going to start distressing walls in their haunt? What's kind of something that you would you like to dabble in and stuff like that?
Get yourself some of the ugliest paint you can find. Mix it together till it creates an uglier color. Put it in I use the pump bug sprayers, like the pesticide sprayers that you pump and you can spray.
Oh,
That's what we used to.
I'll do that, and I'll cut it Yeah, I'll cut it with a good bit of water so it actually sprays and doesn't clog.
Right.
And then you just kind of go to town.
See, the thing about us is if too much water lays on the floor, on the second floor,
Yeah.
we have businesses on the first floor. And you just got to make sure you're not like flooding. Like, I mean, it's good. The building's solid, but we have a lot of water laying on the floor after we do that. So I get it, like with the bug sprayers where you're just like spraying all that water, and I love it, but
I mean,
it gives me anxiety.
even a wall wash works very good. See, if you were to go in on a cooler day and just water your paint down a little bit and roll the paint on, and then just kind of take a sponge or like a damp sponge, just kind of like dab it and wipe it off, you can create a really cool texture by doing that alone.
Mhm.
Right.
And then you'll go through and wait for it to dry, and then you can even go through and do dry brushing and be really, really intricate with your designs and
Right.
stipple it. But if you're just trying to make it look messy, the spraying it on is the best way to go if you don't have a business underneath of you.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
A coffee shop under you.
Yeah.
Pre-distressed. There you go.
Right. I mean, your coffee shop should definitely now. As a side note, will your coffee shop be in? Because I know you showed the little cart. Will it actually be inside the school as well? Like, will it be a part of the building, or is it
After
gonna
haunt
always be
season?
outside?
Yes. After haunt season, 6 months in. 6 months outside, and then we'll be inside in November, and then I don't know. That's kind of up in the air after we move inside. What we're going to do with the cart, with the trailer, we're not sure. We're going to see.
Nice. Let's see. So Brandon said that Eric and I acted together the last night of Legend season last year. Amazing actor and mentor for anyone in the industry. Oh, you're getting accolades already, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brenton. Yes, Brenton was, God, sorry, I pronounced your name wrong. Brenton was a hell of a guy to act with. We both ran saws at the end of the new attraction at Legends of the Fall called the Slaughterhouse, which is just this big fucking runway, and you just haul ass after people with a saw. And that's what him and I were doing on that. That was a really fun night. I worked there. I finished off their season. I said, you know what? It's been umpteen years. I'm going to go back home and wreck it again.
Right. What kind of advice would you give to somebody who is getting into being an actor? Because there's kind of two different kinds of actors there. You have your Q actors, then you have your the in-house actors. You're more. Do you do more Q line now, or do you do inside acting?
Oh, what I would do to do Q line acting. Oh my God.
We've heard that before.
I mainly do inside acting. Sometimes I'll go out inside and kind of fart around with the customers until it's time for me to go back in.
Okay.
Advice for a new actor, you said.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to make an ass out of yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. We're not here to look good. We're not here to impress and, get people's phone numbers and be the cool guy. No, make yourself look like a jackass.
Right. Does Kim kind of let you guys kind of have, does she assign your guys' characters, or do you guys go to her and suggest them? How does that work in her haunt?
It's a mixed bag. It as long as your character fits the theme and you can make it work within that theme, like you don't want a clown in a jail.
Right, totally. Yeah.
Or you don't want you don't want a Frankenstein's monster in a bathroom or some stupid shit like that.
Right.
But as long as you have a character costume built that fits the specific scene that you're placed in, it just has to go through approval, and if it doesn't get approved, we'll supply you with the costume.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
nice.
It's really a mixed bag.
It's dangerous to give too much freedom to the wrong person, and I know that from experience. So I have a feeling that she knows
I've seen it myself.
what you're capable of. So, yeah. How long have you been there? How many years?
Ooh, hold on, everybody's starting to sound like C-3PO again.
Uh-oh. How?
Let me go by the door. Sorry.
What did you ask him, Susie?
How many years have you been at Kim's? I don't think you can hear us.
Everybody's starting to sound like a robot again.
Uh-oh.
Eric, how long
I
have you
can hear
been
you
at
now.
Kim's Krypt? How long have you been at Kim's Krypt?
At Kim's?
Yeah.
A while. It's the longest I've ever spent at any haunt.
Yeah.
But as for a number, I can't really muster that up at the time. Because, like I said, I was there before Kim got the place.
Yeah.
So,
quite sprawling for
oh
for
my
sure.
gosh, it looks huge.
Yeah.
So Eric, do you simply haunt all the time, or do you have like a 9 to 5?
I've got a 5:30 to 4.
Close. What do you do? What is your career or your trade?
I actually I build massage and therapy tables.
Oh,
Interesting.
that is very
Yeah,
interesting.
it's fun. No, I can't get you a discount.
No, I don't want the table. I want the massage.
You got to call somebody else.
Right. Brenton also wanted to let you know that he's not going to fangirl, but he is going to fangirl, and that you have the energy that any haunt owner could ask for. There's no stopping you. And
I'm like a cockroach. I can survive for so long without a head.
You, Rio said that. I guess is little Mary somebody important?
Little
Or do we not
Mary
wanna know?
is Little Mary is a real character, I should say the least. I'm reading the comments now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ashley. You all are so wonderful. I didn't expect this much feedback from this video.
Well, that's what we are trying to do with this show is really highlight just you as a person and you as what you've done, and and to let you just kind of talk about everything that you love. What is something that you would love that that like would be a dream for you to do? I mean, you kind of seem like you're already kind of doing that, but is there a place that you have always wanted to act? Is there a character you've always wanted to do, a scene, something like that?
Okay, there's actually two things right there that I will give you.
Okay.
I would love to create my own Hostel type scene. If you haven't seen the Hostel movies, watch them.
Oh yeah.
And I would like to run my own haunt.
Oh.
I was going to ask
Eventually.
that. Yeah, I was going to ask that if you saw that in your future of actually owning and operating your own haunt.
Eventually, but there will be stipulations if I do.
Right.
First one being no clowns. No clowns.
I'm right there with you.
They're not scary.
Right there
No
with you.
clowns.
Yep.
But it would also be 18 up recommended.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I like that.
So it wouldn't be like some places where they pull your teeth and stick you with needles and dump snakes on your head. It wouldn't be none of that stupid shit. It would be fun.
Right. Would it be full contact though?
There's just some things you don't consider entertainment.
Right.
Huh?
Would you still do like the touching, kind of like what like Haunted Hoochie does and stuff like that, or would it still be no touch?
I would do light touching
Okay.
for those who don't have a wristband.
Oh yeah.
But like, say if somebody had a wristband or a glow stick, you're signed away.
Nice. We had a haunted house here that was at an Elks Lodge, and they did light touching, and it was very effective because it added to the creep factor. It wasn't the in your face, grab you, shove you around. It was as you walked by something, a hand would graze your shoulder, or it would tug on your jeans, and so it fit the theme of what they were doing. And
Yeah.
they had one year where it was from the beginning to end. You walked into this facility and you were handed clothes and everything, clothes and shoes, and you had to hold on to them for a couple of scenes, and somebody took them from you. But as you went through the progression of the haunt, it got more and more creepier, more and more alien-like, and at the end they were all aliens, and they were all like coming up to you and touching, grabbing your shoulder, but it fit the theme. It wasn't just somebody just and shaking you around. It was really effective because it wasn't intense, so it added intensity to the you feeling like you were there. So I like that. I like that idea.
Wow, that is really
We're adding
cool.
We're doing an over 18 night this year, just
Ooh.
one night. So I don't know how that's going to go over, but
That's what we do too.
yeah, we've never done it before.
Ooh.
So
For when you have the regular season, and there's this whole new line of extreme events coming out that have been out for a while, and people are like, more, punch me, step on me, all that shit.
Yep.
Like when you bring that one special night out, say it's maybe a Thursday where it's like a special only this type of event,
Right.
or maybe a Friday when it's not as busy. You'll have a pretty good turnout because we do one every year. It's our Anything Goes night.
Oh my God, that's
and
terrifying.
It's exactly as the name says.
Wow.
Anything goes. Shit.
Anything goes.
Wow.
Ours.
I'll put you in a headlock. I'll throw you to the ground. I'll give you a
Really?
noogie.
Yeah.
Do they sign waivers?
Oh yeah, I'm handsy.
I assume are there waivers?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes, there are.
Okay. Because we're gonna do waivers. Over 18, we're gonna ask them for ID before coming in, and we're adding it to the end of our season. So we're doing it like the first weekend in November. I think we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do a lights out, which we've never done before either. So, but I feel like our crew is like wild. Well, every crew is wild at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I don't think you can start with over 18 because we would be like, like nobody would have their, you know your limits at the end, and you're doing all kinds of crazy shit, and you're just, you raise the bar every single night, and I just feel like our show gets better every night, and I think that by the end of the season, we're going to be just ready to go. So hopefully it works out okay. I'm not sure about the headlocks and the noogies and all that, but we'll see.
No, well, I'm lying. Not so much headlocks and noogies. That was for our Kim's Krypt campout event that we did more so. That was our 13-hour. Yes, that was our 13-hour overnight experience. I mean, it was strictly 18 plus. If you weren't 18, you could not be there.
Right.
Now, did you only do that once? Because I swear to you, I get tagged in that every year. Like somebody that
we've done it 3 years.
Okay.
But 3 or 4, I don't remember. They all kind of wash in each other because they're 13 hours straight.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We've done a couple, and they've always been a success. And I'm hoping, Kim, if you're watching, tell Tracy to do another fucking camp out. So Tracy Wise, Trixie, who's in the video, the clown lady, she is the director of the camp out.
Okay.
That's why I was saying Tracy. She doesn't like doing them. I know she doesn't like doing them, but I'm going to pester her until she does do it again.
And so you because you get into
was Tracy's little card. Wow, this is
this might have been your first one that you did. So you go to this campground, or you did?
Yes.
And
What's that? 2016? Yeah.
Did they give you a tent and everything, or did you bring your own?
Yep. No, we supplied the tents, we supplied the food, we supplied everything.
Wow. I was trying to find if there was
Because I mean, if you were to bring your tent and we reached in and ripped you out and tore your tent up, you'd be pretty pissed about it.
Right. True. And I know that
because there would be people, yeah.
62 acres. Was this because I know the other one was in Los Angeles, and they had were you guys the ones that had different rings of where if you were in a different part of the campground you wouldn't be touched, and then in this ring you would be touched, and this one you'd be messed with all night, or was that done by tent colors?
It was done. Okay, so we had 3 fire pits. So there was the Scaredy Cat fire pit, which was off to the side.
Okay.
That was behind one of the attractions where the actors couldn't really go. It was fenced off. Then there were the other 2 fire pits, which were the mosh pits. Like you would go in, take somebody, and they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know, we just went.
And so you pull them out of the tents and stuff. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
But yeah, they'll be dead nuts asleep. You just unzip the tent real slow, grab by the ankles, and yank them out like a wheelbarrow.
Wow. So we're kind of coming up on the end here, but I still want to get some questions in. Randall wants to know: do you get people visiting the haunt, stopping to see all the haunt goodness, bogging down the throughput? Do you have a good way of pushing people through as they looking at all the cool stuff?
People do. I mean, as our years have progressed in the detail and the props have gotten larger and insane, people do stop and kind of ogle a little bit, but most of the time there'll be an actor nearby to just kind of in whatever skit they're in, they'll say, "Quit standing around," or "This will happen," or "This will happen."
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. And it kind of gives them that little kick in the ass to be like, "Oh, okay, maybe I should stop ogling at things."
That's me. I'm the one that's always looking at everything.
Right.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. Rio says the camp out needs to return.
No,
do it. I like that.
Exactly. Now, so you and I are the same, though, because I go through haunts, and when I'm walking through a haunt, I'll look up at the ceiling. I'll try to figure out where all the nano spots are, and how's that lighting up that?
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's where I get myself in trouble, because I stop and ogle, too.
Yeah.
Right. Jennifer wants to know, Susie, when is your 18th?
Every 18th. End of the season, first weekend in November.
Okay.
And it'll be on the calendar, because the last thing I need is for somebody to think it's a regular night and bring their 10-year-old.
Right.
So.
And Mike Allen says, "Howdy, Eric. Can't wait to act with you." Oh, because you guys are doing the halfway to
Halloween.
Right?
Yeah.
And that is I have that.
Mike and I will be acting at Halfway to Halloween at Field of Screams.
Okay. So you're gonna be at Field of Screams.
So, Kim's Krypt. Well, hold on. Kim's Krypt Haunted Mill is hosting one April 29th April 29th to May 1st. I think it's that Friday weekend. Yep. And then Field of Screams is hosting one Friday the 13th weekend in May.
So you'll be at both?
I'll be at both. I'll be running Saw at the Kim's Krypt one. And I will actually be... Mike plays banjo, and I play washboard. And we kind of call ourselves the Brain Dead Bastards. And we just walk around just making shit up.
So it doesn't look like they have a... So here it is. So yeah, here's the Halfway to Halloween for Field of Screams. You can actually get $10 off if you use the code on the screen. Look at that code. Do it. So yeah, that's gonna be on Friday the 13th. That's pretty cool. Den of Darkness.
I think we're hosting a promo for Halfway to Halloween as well for a discount.
Oh, okay.
At the Haunted Mill.
I did not see that. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not on the website all that often. Oh, that's the acting to sign up. Hey, if you all looking for a place to come act and you don't have a place to go and you're local to Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, come out, act. We'll be having sign-ups again soon. Yeah, and if you don't know who Kim Yates is, shoot her a message or call the number that's on that flyer. That's your best bet. Call the number that's on that flyer or send an email in, and they will get you set up with the dates for our next sign-ups.
Nice. Do you guys does Kim do auditions, or is it kind of everybody who comes, because I know you're getting paid, so do they do an audition style?
We do. We will do an audition. It's a light audition, and then we'll do a dry run closer towards the season.
Okay. So you don't necessarily have to wow them at the audition, but you've got to be, you can't just walk in there and go, That's what I would.
You can't walk in and go, come play with me, or boo, or scream.
Oh man. I just got done judging some of the Home Haunter videos, and there were a couple of walkthroughs where I heard the word boo, and I was like, I'm glad there's not a judging criteria for that, because you'd be at a 0. I was like, you can't say boo. Boo, and
now I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you what, though. When you get the right person, and you can already tell they're kind of chicken shit, you can sneak up behind them and get right in their ear and go, boo.
Well, okay.
And they will fucking shit.
I get that. Yeah. Mine is, what are you doing here? And get out of here.
Get out. And what are you doing here?
But the what are you doing here upsets me the most, because I'm like, I paid to be here and you just ruined it. That's why I'm here. You ruined the whole atmosphere by saying, what are you doing here?
Agreed.
That's your job to tell me
Boo,
why
cringe.
Oh, I just
It's
can't.
boo,
And,
cringe.
and I'm hearing a lot,
Don't do it.
a lot less of it. It's very seldom that I hear it. But I've also been going to some really big haunts in the last couple of years, so that's obviously, I haven't gone to a lot of small ones lately, and it seems to be kind of the small ones that aren't really like hardcore, watching over the actors and kind of giving them a full script and stuff like that. It's here's your character, go scare people, and they don't know what to say,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, if you're going through like a campground haunted house, how some campgrounds that have a hayride through the woods, or they'll have a haunted trail going through the woods.
Yeah.
Or a home haunt. I mean, it's fine. It can pass.
Yeah. But if you're getting paid, don't say that shit. Don't.
Hell no.
Don't fucking say it.
I'll kick you out.
If you have any questions, ask me for a skit line, and I'll give you one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that if anybody else has any questions for Eric, you can hit him up on Facebook. You can go on the messenger thing and message him. And like he said, if you want to come act at Kim's Krypt, you can do that. You can go on to Kim's Krypt on their Facebook page, and I will put that back up here. It is Kim's Krypt Haunted Mill. There also is the the Field of Screams as well. Pennsylvania's got some pretty cool haunts. There's that one school one that whatever.
Yeah, I knew we were going there. I knew we were going to go there.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go to school and learn about purple dinosaurs and Common Core, that's fine. You can go there.
Reading rainbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sing. That's what we do.
I think I'm going to be a guest actor at Crawford School of Terror, and I'm going to sit there. And
you're not invited.
Yep. I'm just going to do Common Core math.
Oh shit, that's terrifying.
And taxes.
Right.
Someday, somebody's going to do it. There's going to be a haunt that is going to say they're the scariest thing, and they're going to have all this super awesome, scary stuff. And then all of a sudden, you're going to walk in, and it's going to be taxes, doing a spreadsheet. Doing
I have to explain
pitches.
though. I gotta explain to everybody that's confused. I accidentally sent Troy my tax information via Facebook Messenger
I
because
now
I
know
was
that
sending it to my Troy and
Yeah.
I sent it to you like
she's been sending me her
twice.
tax information. So that was not deductible, by the way, Susie.
Yeah,
It was
I don't think it was. Oops.
so, but yeah, you can hit up Eric. You know, his Facebook has got Will Smith and a twisted T on it, so you can check that out. But yeah, Eric has like other people were saying, Eric is a wealth of knowledge, and he will bestow it upon you as you wish. And he's a great guy to know. And looks like Legends of Fog. Shout out to Eric, by Cheryl. Yeah. And looks like Jim. No.
Cheryl, Mama, yes.
Yeah. We'll ignore Jim. I'm not
No.
scared of my own
Jim.
shadow, Jim. Shut up.
Jim Erickson.
God, he's nothing but
Yeah.
trouble. That guy. So,
That's a
all
good
right.
movie.
Well, I would like to thank you, Eric, for coming on and hanging out and talking to us. And yeah, I guess
Thank you for
like you told
having me.
earlier,
This
it's
has
only a
been an
couple months to
absolute
crunch
delight.
time, but for you, yeah, you only have a month until you got to start. Well,
Right.
less than a month. So
Yeah, I'm either gonna start or I'm gonna brush my teeth with a shotgun. I haven't decided yet.
there you go. There you go.
Wow.
So all right. Well, I will. I guess we will probably leave it at that. Why is me big? No, I don't want to be big. So yes. So thank you for coming on, and I would say who we're having on next week, but that's the one day until like June that we don't have anybody yet. So I'm working on that. We will have somebody on Tuesday.
We'll work
I
on
just
it.
don't know who yet. But so we will have somebody. It'll be a surprise.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay.
know, right? It's going to be me
Yeah, for sure.
talking about me. So we'll have nobody watching.
Nobody tune in. Exactly.
Nobody's going to watch.
All right,
So,
everybody.
Oh, God.
all right. Thank you, everybody, for
you.
hanging out. And we will talk to you guys later.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks.
See you guys.